I wanna be rich. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Oh, hey. Sorry, I didn't know you were there. Well, I guess you heard me singing, I want to be rich, y'all. But I never learned what I needed to learn growing up. So I'm doing my financial re education right now. Come along. Today's the first lesson. All right. So everybody knows what it takes to make money, right? We all heard the same thing growing up. Get good grades so you can get into a good college, so you can get a good job, and then one day when you're almost about to die, you can retire and start to enjoy life, right? Well, that was the miseducation, and I followed it to the letter. I got great grades. I got into a great school, and I had finished my first year of university at Duke University, top 10 in the country, and come home for the summer to do what? Make lots of money with all my genius? No, I was working in a smoothie shack inside of a gym. I started to get to know some of the customers, and one of them was a kid a year younger than me. So I had just finished my first year of college, and he had just finished his first year of high school. And I started to say, hey man, you just finished high school, so are you going to go to college too? He said, yeah, actually, I'm going to play ball at so and so place, basically a small, no name school somewhere in nowhere, Texas. And I'm going to sell my business since I'm leaving town. And I thought, what do you mean you're going to sell your business? And he said, oh, I mow lawns for a large number of people. And since I'm leaving, I'm going to let someone pay me for the privilege of having all my customers because they're not going to take anyone unless I recommend them. So I agreed to train this person to the point where I can trust them, and they're going to pay me this many $1,000 so they can basically take my clientele. And I thought, so you mean you don't have to wait until you're 65 to get a big chunk of money and start doing what you want to do in life? Where did I get it all wrong? And of course I had it all wrong because I thought I was going to make money by working really hard in useless subjects like Texas history, which if you're from the state of Texas, you actually have to take twice. 2 years, fourth grade and seventh grade, we were studying the history of the state of Texas. Did we ever learn how to balance a checkbook? Did we ever learn how to apply for a loan? Did we ever practice instead of making a project about the three branches of government or, an interesting but at the same time useless chemistry experiment? But we didn't do an experiment with the business to say, hey, take this much fake money. Here's some monopoly money. Now make a real product and go around the school, and everyone at the school is going to have monopoly money. Let's see who comes up with the most at the end. No, nothing about money at all. What we learned about money was how to get it from other people who have it. And I was so locked in that I never asked, well, how will they have it instead of me so that I have to get it for them by doing whatever they want me to do? I never even asked that question. I mean, I guess we weren't really trained or taught or allowed to ask questions at all. It's just go along. You can ask questions about within what we're teaching you, not why we're teaching it, not why we're not teaching something else. You see what I mean? So that was my financial miseducation coming face to face with the first lesson of my financial re-education. What did I learn and what do I think that we can all learn from that? It's that don't spend the best parts of the best days of your life making some fat rich people even fatter and richer. Do something for yourself. Take something that you love. Take something that you think you can do better than anyone else. Or even if you can't do it better than anyone else, take something that you can do that someone else isn't doing and that you can convince others that you can do well and glean from that, charge for that, make a strategy, make a plan, execute it. You know what? A guy cutting grass is going to feel a little nervous knocking on his neighbor's door. even though he's known them since he was, able to cross the street, and saying, "Can I cut your grass for you? Will you pay me $20?" He'll feel nervous, and maybe he'll make a few mistakes. When you're cutting rows and you leave a kind of sliver right there, but eventually he'll get better. Maybe those first customers are family friends and they'll say, "Hey, be a little careful around the edges," or "I think I want you to use a weed eater a little better if I'm going to charge you for it." But they'll still give the money. They'll still give him another chance. And then you'll feel a little nervous, a little more nervous maybe, going to people you don't know now. Or perhaps going to the neighbors you do know and saying, "Hey, could you recommend me to those people? Could you let them know that I'm cutting your grass? Because I'm going to ask them if I can cut theirs too." And then now you're going to strangers and knocking on their doors. But you know what? You learn as you go. You make mistakes, and it's just like a kid learning how to walk. It's amazing the utter lack of embarrassment that a young child has when they're learning how to walk. They will face plant, get back up, and go right at it with that determination that's so strong that they don't worry about how they look making that mistake. They don't worry about what other people are thinking. Because what if a baby thought, "Oh, wait, what if I try to walk and I fall and everyone sees me and they laugh at me?" Would anyone in the world know how to walk right now? No. So have the confidence at least that a baby has to go out there and do it. And, like they say in What About Bob, take those baby steps. All right? So I'm going to put in the comments what my business idea is. And one sentence, just one, about what I'm doing for that now. And it's not this YouTube channel. This isn't my business, believe it or not. And I would love for you to do the same thing. Comment with what you think you could do, or with what you're kind of doing or already doing. Because when you put it out there, it becomes a little more real. When you talk with other people who are at the same level as you get a kind of synergy. You know what I mean? So let's do it. Let's take those baby steps together and follow this playlist, because I'm going to be putting some more financial re-education lessons out there. Bye for now.